9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
In the garden with a green leaf sway, see bunnies rolling up, we light it all way. Mr. Getter's got the bombs, we puffin' all night. Talking cultivation, yeah, we're feeling alright. Light it up, feel the vibe, let it be known. Garden cultivation network, we on the scene. Rolling that green, living out the dream. Shouting about the strains, how to plan it right. Join us every week, yeah, we light up the night. Wednesday to Friday, we keep it alive. Cannabis talks, everybody's feeling high. Sharing secrets of the grow, it's a sacred art. In this cultivation game, you gotta play your part. Keep it real, keep it tight, watch the plants grow. Garden cultivation network, we on the scene. Rolling that green, living out the dream. Chatting about the strains, how to plan it right. Join us every week, yeah, we light up the night.
What is
Happy
up?
Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. How's everybody doing tonight? You doing good,
I
buddy?
am great. I am great.
Nice. Nice.
We
Today is
had
his birthday. It's Bunny's birthday.
yes.
Everybody make sure you get in the chat. Wish Bunny happy birthday, everybody. Drop them.
Yeah. 20 is a good age.
Yeah. Oh, shit. So, yeah,
So we had a great week. Yeah, and we had a great week also. So if you missed Wednesday's episode, we had the Seed to Harvest podcast boys on. So that was really, really fun. And then we also had the Last Prisoner project on Saturday. So thank you so much for having us on Let's Be Buds and being a part of the Last Prisoner project.
Yeah, it's always fun doing the Last Prisoner project. Such a good cause. I think up until today, I think they're still taking donations. I don't know if it's probably over now because I think they're also live right now. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think you can do it anymore, but yeah,
There's so many ways to still help.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yep. Go check out their website and you can write letters. You can do all kinds of cool stuff over there. So get over there. Jason Ortiz was telling everybody, make sure you're sending letters to Biden, call the White House, do what you got to do, and get him to change the rules before he's done. So I know we're in Canada, but you can still help. So we have a very special guest in the house.
We do. Before we get into that, I just want to thank everybody for their support, for being here, for using our codes, for just being supportive. This community is so great, and I'm so glad to see everyone here.
Yes. Yeah, you guys are awesome. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys, so we really appreciate all of you, and yeah. Happy birthday in the chat. Drop them.
And we have an exciting guest today.
We do. We do. We have Miss Miranda, All Things Green, 420 Green Glass. I almost said that wrong. Holy.
It's a long
name.
You
guys. So yeah, you guys can check her out.
We'll just stick with Miranda. Yes.
You guys can check her out on Instagram, which there's her link there. So all that's green _420 Green Goddess. And over on YouTube, all that's green. So make sure you guys get over there, give her a subscribe, a follow on Instagram, and follow along with what she's doing because she does some cool stuff over on YouTube as well. So
and she's a big supporter of the community as well. See, absolutely, I've been smoking all day. Give me a break.
It's your birthday. You'll cry if you want to.
Yeah, that's right.
That's funny. So are you ready?
I am. Let's bring her.
She's ready.
I think so. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
How's it going?
I just want to briefly mention the name since that
Yes.
happened. I'm going to be changing it to All That's Green, but I didn't want to confuse people, so I left it hyphenated for now, and then I'll drop it once everybody realizes it's me.
Perfect. It's a
That makes
mouthful for
sense.
sure.
Yeah.
I was reading it and I still got it almost wrong. I got it right, but it was almost wrong.
That's okay. But see, that's my point. People don't know the actual name yet, so I've got to wait a little bit. But
Well, the funny thing is I got the part wrong that you've been forever. Because you were 420 Green Goddess 420, right?
Yes. So there's too many green goddesses, so I had to add the 420 at the end again.
Right. Yeah.
Makes
and then
sense.
when you started doing your show on YouTube called All That's Green, that's when you added the All That's Green. Yeah. Cool.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I was like, you know what? I can't really drop the 420 Green Goddess because everybody knows me as that now. So I'll give it a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah,
oh, yeah,
eventually it will be that.
You've been here for at least as long as I have. I think I've known you in the community for the whole time I've been here, for sure.
Yep, same. Yep. I've probably been right before like COVID hit is kind of when I started getting into it. I had the account for a while, but like it just didn't pick up really. Like I didn't really meet very many people. And then all of a sudden, bam, I just met like everybody. It was awesome.
Yeah. I think it was the whole COVID rush. Everybody ran to social media during COVID. And then that's
learning to grow. That's that's when I learned, because there was nothing else to do. So let's learn how to do it inside.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's
and let's
exactly.
tell people and scream it from the rooftops. That's kind of where I went with it after COVID.
Definitely. And legalizing changed a whole lot of stuff too. You know, like
yes,
kind of had to hide it a bit before, where it was like we can actually talk about it now. Like we can find people that are like-minded.
You don't have to be scared to show our faces while we're talking about it, because I mean, people still did it, but a lot of people didn't show their face. Where now it's like, it's not that
totally
anymore. So,
and honestly, I feel bad for the people that still have to hide their face. You know, like there are still some people that have to, and it's we take it for granted now almost.
It's ridiculous.
You know, like we forget what it was like. Like, it's crazy.
We definitely do. But even still to this day,
I still have that paranoia. Yeah, I'm still paranoid. Like when we went to the grow up.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like.
Yeah, exactly. And everybody's smoking, and I'm like, are we allowed to do this?
Yeah.
It does. It feels surreal smoking out in public sometimes.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
And you still get those people that look at you funny, and they're like, almost disgusted when they walk by and they can smell it or whatever. It's like, whatever.
Yes.
People been
and there's
smoking
people that'll
cigarettes on the
just
streets
always
for
be
years.
against it. Right?
100%.
I know. I hear you.
For anybody in the chat that doesn't know who you are, do you want to kind of give us a brief introduction?
Yeah.
On who
so
you are and what you do and.
Yeah, I'm Miranda. I grow cannabis. I work at a cannabis store, an indigenous cannabis store. So we're not run by the government, but we do have like our own lab. We do all the testing. Everything is the same equipment that the government would use. So we made sure that we were like kind of on par with what they were doing. So it's all worked out really great. And besides that, I'm a mom. I have some cats and dogs hanging around. And I do a YouTube show, and actually I haven't done it in a couple months. And the reason why is because I'm revamping it right now. So I can talk about it a little bit now. what I plan on doing is every show I'm going to do like a homemade, it's nothing to do with cannabis, just a homemade recipe of some sort, whether it be like a natural antibiotic, a natural shampoo.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
So
would be
That'll be
fun.
cool.
yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. So I've been rounding shit up and I'm doing like a new intro and stuff. And hopefully, maybe in another couple weeks, I'll start again.
Nice. It takes a lot of time. It's a lot of work to get everything
Oh my
in line
goodness,
to
yes.
It is.
like
It's a lot of work. And then, like, when you work on top of that, you know, I don't know about you, but I'm old and I'm tired after work. I don't want to do anything.
Yeah, yeah,
well, I nap every
exactly.
day. I have to take a nap after work every day. I'm past 40, so
Yep,
I
he
mean
does.
I had a nap
I'm
today.
I
I
wanted
was
to
like,
nap
I gotta
today,
be
but my kid didn't
alive
go
for
to
the show.
school.
Oh, damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember
Without
those
naps,
days.
I'm no good in the evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same. No, I'm the
Yeah.
same. Like, I literally have been passing out at like 9 o'clock, like just sitting in bed. Like, I'm not even, I don't even know. I'm so tired lately. I think it's the time change too. Like, it's dark
That,
at 5 o'clock at night. It's
oh my
ridiculous.
goodness, yeah, it is.
I hate
Yes.
it.
That's brutal. Nice.
So how
So
long have you been growing for, and what motivated you to start?
Yeah, so basically, when I was about 17, I actually dated a cannabis dealer. And so that's kind of how I got into it. And he grew. So, like, we did the guerrilla growing, you know, put it out in cornfields, all that kind of stuff. We never
Yeah,
really did
that's awesome.
indoor at the time. Yeah, it was fun, but it was kind of nerve-wracking back then because,
Oh, for
like,
sure.
you know, you
For
go
sure.
back to water and you're like, all fucking
Being all
paranoid.
yeah,
But
it's crazy.
yeah, so I
The
started
olden
then.
days.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say, like, I know this is gonna probably piss some people off, but I think the cannabis back then was a little better than it is right now, to be honest. I got more high back then than I do now. And I know
What
people are
they
like, oh, well, you've smoked for years. But even if I've taken a
yeah.
break, like, I just don't find it hits the same, you know?
Yeah.
Because the genetics have they played with the genetics so much that you don't have what you'd have back then. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not
Yeah.
going to go to the whole breeding thing and pretend I understand that, but I don't, because I don't. But
Same. No, I agree. That's what it is. I think we've lost some terps that we just maybe we won't ever get back. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it is out there
Yeah.
somewhere. We just haven't found it.
Yeah.
I don't think we're ever going to get skunk back. Now, I know people, there's a big controversy about skunk, but there's a sweet skunk and there's the skunk from like the
Yeah.
80s, 90s.
I
And
actually heard
I have
something
never
about
found
that
it.
recently.
Yeah.
So
What's that?
I don't know if this is true. This could be 100% rumor.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is just something that I kind of came across and either read it or heard it on a video or something. But the original breeder of skunk number one, apparently all his buddies were getting busted because it smelled the smell was so strong. So then he bred it
Yeah.
to kind of get rid of that skunk smell. So the
Yes.
original one was that like super skunky smell, but like you said, it's kind of changed over to that like sweet. So
It
he did that
has.
on purpose because people were getting in trouble from it just from having it in their pocket.
He did.
So
Yeah, he did do it on purpose, but it's not the same fucking plant anymore, you know? And it's a
right.
shame because, you know what? Somebody has to have a seed out there somewhere. Somebody's got to
Oh,
have one.
they're
Yeah.
sitting on something good, that's for sure, if they do.
Yeah, definitely.
I hope
Same
so.
with
It's in a
hash.
vault
Like, you
somewhere.
can't really get good hash anymore. All this bubble hash, I'm sorry. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's not the same, man.
Yeah, and
It's
everybody
cool.
has their preference, 100%. I'm not into hash at
Absolutely.
all, to be honest. Like, I don't mind
No,
once in a blue moon, but it's not. I'm more into the head buzz than the body buzz.
for sure. See, and I'm the opposite because I have
Yeah.
anxiety. I like a little less heady.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes
no,
sense.
for
I
sure.
mean, it's cool watching all these guys with their bubble hash and their presses and they're doing their
Hmm.
thing and that's what they
Oh, it's
enjoy and
super
stuff like
cool.
that. And
Yeah,
it's really cool watching it. But I
it
mean,
is.
I'd rather just smoke weed for sure.
Yeah, I agree. It just doesn't hit the same, I find. And I love my
Yeah,
edibles. I eat a lot
me
of
too, actually.
edibles.
See, and I
Now,
like edibles too, but again, once in a while because it is more of a body buzz. I find
It
if I
is.
want to sleep, that's a good. It's good for me to do edibles because I can't handle. My body can't handle it, so I take one. I'm like, okay, good night.
For
I'm
sure,
too
for
stoned.
sure.
I'm going to bed.
yeah,
That's so true. See, and I'm so used to it now that like I'll be high for probably like an hour or so before I fall asleep. So I honestly like I'll eat an edible and then I'll play a video game. And then as soon as I feel like I'm getting tired, I just shut her down.
Lay down.
same.
Yeah.
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 So do you make all your own edibles or is that something you
I
buy?
don't, but I have been saving like older flour to start making edibles because I don't know why I'm not. Like it just makes sense. I'm
Right.
spending a lot of money on buying edibles when I could be making them. You know what? I like easy. I don't like it's not fun for me if it becomes too difficult. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same with growing. Like I love growing, but if I have to like measure everything and do this and be so precise, then it's not fun for me anymore. So
Yeah.
I think with
Keep it
edibles
simple.
too, yeah, exactly. So I think I might like purchase an actual like a Levo or something.
Like
So
a Lebo
just to
or
make
like
it
a magic
easier.
butter machine or
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah. Yeah,
exactly.
I
Yeah,
have
and just
the
let it go.
I think it's called a 420 Infusium or an Infusium 420 or something. Basically the
Okay.
exact same thing as a magic butter maker.
Yep,
Does pretty much all the same things and stuff. It was just a little bit cheaper at the time, so that's the one I went with. But
for
that thing
sure.
is super super easy. You obviously you decarb your weed and everything. Put
Yeah,
it in there with your oil and then just let it go.
cool.
Set it and
See,
forget
that's
it,
what I
and
want.
it's loud though. It's loud though.
Is it? And so
Yeah, it's like
yours,
a
it
blender
doesn't
running for
decarb it?
hours.
That's too
No, you
funny.
still have to decarb your weed, but once you throw it
Okay,
in there, it's basically you set it for what you're making and then you walk away from it and then
that's
come back, you
awesome.
strain it and do all the other regular stuff that you would normally do, but
Very
it's
cool. And
it's
how
pretty
much can
simple.
you
You can
fit in
do
it?
it's big. It's like a juice jug.
Oh shit, okay.
So I'm gonna say probably like a liter and a half, 2 liters maybe. I've never
Oh,
actually
that's
measured
really
it,
good.
but and I guess you
Awesome.
can do like alcohol tinctures in there as well. So
Oh, that would be cool.
yeah, I've never tried that. I've only ever done butter and the oil in that machine, but it's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
A lot
I
of
feel like
people
they've all
don't
come
like
up.
the alcohol ones, just because of the alcohol itself, right?
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
kind
It
of
all depends
burns
on what.
too.
Oh, yeah, for sure it would. Well, it's
It's like taking a shot.
Everclear, right? It's like
Yeah,
150
Yeah.
proof. It's like
Yeah.
it's crazy. Can't even get the stuff
That's
past
too
my
funny.
nose. Like it's awful.
It is awful.
But yeah,
Do you order
no,
that
that's
ever? Do you order that Everclear?
whenever somebody says they're going over to the US,
Okay, I was gonna say, how the fuck are
I
you getting it?
say
Yeah.
so
Okay,
somebody that I know
smart.
just went over to the US like 2 weeks ago or a week ago or something like that. So I asked him to pick me up
Nice.
the biggest, I guess it's like a 60 pounder, I guess.
Oh, that's
I said, just pick me
perfect.
one up. I said, just tell me how much I owe you when you get back. And then, so now somebody that I know is going this weekend. So I'm like, don't forget
Oh
to pick me up a
shit.
bottle of Everclear.
Make it 4.
Yeah. So I just stock up on it when I can, and when I need it,
No,
I
that's
have it.
awesome. That is
Mhm.
really awesome. I heard that you can order it, not Everclear, but like something else from somewhere in Alberta. But I don't know if they'll ship it like to a different province or if you have to live in Alberta.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying?
I think you
yeah.
can, because I looked it up one time, and you could get like it's like a gallon.
Yeah.
It's huge, and it was,
Awesome.
I want to say it was gonna cost me like $180
Ooh.
with
Wow.
shipping and it looked like, I never went through with it, but it looked like I
Yeah.
could order it and have it sent to Ontario, but I didn't know, like, I paid, I think, $50 for this
Right.
with duty and everything like that on top of it. So I mean, I don't know, maybe the gallon for $180, maybe that's actually not that bad when,
Yeah, I don't think that is that bad. I think that's actually not too bad. Yeah. Especially for
yeah,
what you're going to use it for,
I'll
right?
look for it again, and if I can
Yeah.
find it, I'll send you the link that I found.
Yeah, please do. Yeah. Because
Because I know
I
I
would like
know
to start making my own oil again.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know you're into like RSO and stuff like that too. So I
Yeah.
mean,
Love
being
RSO.
able to
I
make that
actually
instead
need
of
to
having
get
to,
an actual machine to make it though, because when I used to make oil, it was a little dangerous, to be honest. Like, I think back about it now, but
Oh, geez. Yeah.
I did it outside. Like, I would do the soaking and the straining inside, and then what I would do is I would take one of those like flat grills, and I
Yep.
would run an extension cord out into the middle of the yard, and I would put the oil right in a pot on that thing, and it worked perfectly. But like, there were a couple times where like I inhaled the shit. It's
oh
like,
yeah,
oh, that can't be good.
no, there's people that were actually getting like drunk off the vapors from it, and
I believe
it's
it.
not a fun, it's not fun. You know what I mean? It's not like you're out having beers with your buddies or something like that. Like it's not a fun
Yeah.
feeling.
A
No, because I'll
family
tell you,
member ended a family member ended up catching their house on fire because their kid went they were doing it near the water
uh,
tank, and the kid went to take a hot
Mm-hmm.
bath, and when they put the hot
oh
water on,
shit.
luckily, I mean, the house wasn't safe, but everybody in the house was
Oh
okay,
my,
thankfully. But yeah, so that
yeah.
was very
See,
dangerous back then.
yeah, that was one thing I would never do it in the house, because yeah, it
Yeah,
just
Yeah,
takes like even some friction could set it off, right? Yeah.
exactly.
yeah,
It's scary.
I'll tell you a
yeah.
story though about like getting high off alcohol. So
Oh
I
boy.
at work, yeah, no, it wasn't on purpose. I was at work one day and we mislabeled something, and the labels weren't coming off like very easily. So somebody was like, "Oh, you know what? They come off really easy if you spray them with ISO." So I was like, "Oh, okay. Like, we'll start spraying them with ISO and take them off." So like, we're doing it in a basement with no windows, and I wasn't even thinking, right? And like, I'm doing it for like an hour, and I'm like, I feel weird. Like, I just felt weird, right? And I was like, I gotta go
Yeah.
outside for a sec. And then I clued in. I was like, oh my God, I'm getting high off the fucking ISO.
That's crazy. 99% alcohol.
Oh my God, it was horrible. But it was a bad feeling. Like, it wasn't a good feeling. Like, I felt
Yeah,
sick.
Yeah.
Like, ugh, it was awful.
yeah.
Yeah, so I
And
That's
will
then
kind of
never
the
do
same.
oil in the house.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, it's super dangerous. I remember we did a show one time when we were talking about it, and somebody asked, "Can I put that in the oven?" I was like, "Oh no, no,
Mm,
no, no, no,
don't do that.
don't do that."
Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
If
like,
you
"That's
have a
bad. Like,
lab
don't
and
even
a
do it in the
special
house."
oven.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, "Don't even do it in the house. Like, go outside. Like, just do it
Yes.
outside.
Yeah.
Garage
No,
near an open
that's scary.
door, something. You know what I mean? Like, if you're worried
Yes.
about being outside in the elements, I mean, then just go in your garage or even your shed and open all the
Yeah,
windows and doors if you got them. But
for sure. For
no,
sure.
yeah.
No,
See,
that's
I have
scary.
that I have that Source Turbo machine.
Yes, I
I'm
know, you lucky bastard. I want one so bad.
And that thing is crazy. Like it doesn't make a ton all at one time, but like
Yeah,
for me, for what I
For
need it for, it makes
personal.
me
Yeah.
way more than I need. So
right.
like for people making like a personal amount, like if you were like a caregiver and you were making this for people, then you would want like the next one up maybe. But the
Yeah.
one that I have for me, man, oh man, that thing, it works
How
great.
much can you make at a time?
Um,
Like just a rough.
I
Doesn't have
want
to
to
be.
say that I think it holds like 2 cups of alcohol.
Okay.
So basically, you just put it into like a mason jar and your product, your weed, put it into a mason jar and then fill up the mason jar as much as you can to like just cover over the weed.
Yeah.
And then you do your shake and however you agitate it, I guess, whatever your method is. And then
Yeah.
strain it out and then you just pour that in there. And I want to say it holds like 3/4 of like a fairly big mason jar. So, I mean, it still gives me like, I don't know where it went. I had a jar of it sitting here, but I don't know where it went. Hmm, it's walked away.
Disappeared.
But
It walked
Yeah.
I
away.
have like,
For some
it's one of
legs.
those little glass jars you buy them on Amazon or whatever with the black lids. They're like this big. They're like that tall.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
And I bought a whole bunch of them because I was like, I'm gonna make a case of this stuff. And then I was making it and I was like, I really don't need a case of this stuff. Like I'm like taking the smallest amount out to use it. And I'm
Yeah.
like, this is gonna last me for 5 years. I don't need any more than this one jar.
That's too
So I bought
funny.
the whole case of these jars and I've literally only used one. So
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
it makes a good amount. Like I'm gonna say like I made probably like a quarter.
Damn. Yeah, that's pretty good.
So like I said, for personal use, I mean it's
No,
pretty
more
for
good.
than
I mean,
sure.
enough.
I don't know about you, but I'm really not using that much at a time, or I'm sleeping for 2 or 3 days.
I got bad. I had to like back off. I was taking a whole gram and I didn't even feel it
Jeez.
anymore. I was like, okay,
Oh
had
my
to
God.
back off a little bit.
If I took a whole gram, I'd be asleep for a week.
Yeah, literally. Like, yeah, I couldn't even feel it. I even tried 2 grams. So
Oh wow.
also it gets to a point where it doesn't matter how much you take, you just won't feel it anymore. Because like I went to the 2 gram and I still didn't even feel that. But the weird
Right.
thing is my balance was off. So like I was high, but I just didn't feel
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
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 Huh.
You
So yeah.
recognized it too much or something, like your body
Yeah,
just,
it's
you were
weird.
Yeah.
used to the feeling
Yeah.
of it.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
I was told one time I made a video using that machine talking about, oh yes, so this is how I make RSO, and I kept calling it RSO, and then I had somebody message me and be like, you're not making RSO. I'm like,
No,
okay,
you're
then what am
making
I making? I'm
full
like,
spectrum
you're making
oil.
FICO. And I was like, okay, well, what's FICO? And then they told me, and I was like, okay, well, yeah, I am. I mean, what's the difference? And then they broke it down
Yes.
for me, and I was like, okay. But it's
So I don't care what people say. I'm going to call it RSO because it is made specifically a certain way and it is made the way Rick Simpson has described it. So it is Rick Simpson oil, no matter. I
exactly.
know people like debate over it, but if you're following
Yeah.
the recipe, then that's what it is, you know, like
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The difference was
Sure.
the method of actually like extracting the trichomes from the cannabis. Like with the flower in the alcohol. That was the difference. How I agitated or
right.
shook it up and how long I did it for, that was the difference. I was
Right.
like,
And I
I
get it. If
mean,
you're not completely following it, then maybe somebody might have an issue calling it that. But
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
whatever.
It is what it is.
You can't make everybody happy.
Yeah. No. No.
exactly.
Someone's always going to have an issue somewhere. That's why, like,
Yes.
you know, when you're watching the grow shows and people are like, oh, don't do it that way, you got to just kind of let it slide off you because
Yes.
there's no point in arguing. Everybody does things differently, and there
Yep.
is no real right or wrong way, right?
Exactly. So going
Well,
back to
like
growing, what would you say is your style? Is it organic? Do you top? Do you train?
So it's kind of semi-organic. So I started where I was just using a water-only soil. I really liked that because it was so easy. I didn't have to worry about
Yeah.
anything, but it's expensive. So I stopped.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, fair.
it's just so pricey, especially like you guys are here in Canada. We don't have as
Yeah.
many shipping options with good soil as the Americans do. So basically this year what I did for my outdoor is I just bought like the big cube of regular soil, like nothing special, and I did
Moments or
use the
something, was it?
Green Planet nutrients. So first
Nice.
time ever using nutrients. And actually
And the Horty line?
I loved them, so I'm gonna continue to use them. Yeah.
It was the Horty line? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
because they also have the liquids.
Oh no, mine is the liquid. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, it is the liquid. So it's like you get like 5 different ones all in.
Yeah.
I think it's like called Green Planet Medi 1 maybe is what
Yes.
it's called.
Yeah, the Medi
Yeah.
1 kit.
Yeah. So I noticed I tried to do it like my normal grow, and I noticed a couple of them were going yellow. And normally I can just like give them some natural stuff and it perks them back up, but it wasn't working on these 2 plants. They were really touchy, and I was like, fuck, man, like I don't want to lose them. And we sell the Green Planet at my work. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to grab it and try it. And no word of a joke, within 2 days, they started looking better. And I was like, yeah, this is the way I'm going from now on. Because if I used it right from the beginning, I can't even imagine what they would have looked like.
Oh my goodness, yes. That's what I've always used. But I do like the Horty line because there is a lot less bottles and mixing.
Right.
So it's just the powder you put. But that's their new line. It just came out. So
I saw that.
Close to. It's been a while now. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
no, I noticed that they
Green
did.
Planet.
Almost a year now.
I know. I saw that. That's awesome. No, I think I will play
cool,
around.
Actually, Green Planet is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they are. And like, I actually know one of the reps that we deal with, and just like him as a person, he's just an amazing person too. And I feel like their whole company is like that,
Oh, they are. You can reach out to any of them and they will answer all your questions, from the co-owner Justin to, the cell rep that we know, Dom, to, any of them. Awesome. They're really great people. Yeah.
They are. No, they are for sure. Yeah, I'm happy that I used it. I will continue to use it for sure. And hopefully then I'll get some beasts in there.
So you're going to use that indoors as well? Because I know you do.
I'm going to use it indoor. Yeah, I'm going to do a whole run with it and see what happens, the difference. Because you know what? My plants always look pretty nice, but I don't get the big beasts like other people do. You know what I mean? And I think that's because I don't use anything. So I'm not pumping them to get that growth at the beginning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're getting everything they need to stay healthy, but you're not like pushing them.
Exactly. Yeah. So now that I've been doing it, I'm going to push it.
Yeah.
Plants always look nice though.
That's the thing. Like, they do look nice. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm happy with the way they look and the way they smoke. It's just I don't get a lot, like. So and it's not like I need a lot. I don't really, like, even with what I grow, it's enough to last. But I'd like to share some with people, and
Of course.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
I got people like family members and stuff like that are always asking me. I'm like, I'm only growing 4
Aw.
autos. Like I don't have a lot. Like you know what I mean? Like I have
Yeah.
some, but I
Sure.
don't have a lot. Like
Yeah.
so
No, definitely. Well, because whenever somebody hears that you grow, they think you're growing like mass amounts of stuff, And it's like,
yeah,
My
you're like
no,
some
God.
dude,
kingpin
I got
all of
like
a
an
sudden.
ounce off that fucking plant. It was
Yeah.
beauty.
I
Yeah.
think
You're like,
I've been
I'm doing over here.
growing
I'm just
2 years
learning.
now, and it's the first time that I think I'll be able to get to next harvest without like smoking it all.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
So I'm excited about that. Like they say, you gotta have weed to grow weed. It's true.
Yes, that's very true. That's very true.
Well, that's also the time that you can like experiment and learn. When you have a good amount, that's when
Yep.
you can
Yeah.
kind of like start changing some things up after you've already kind of figured out your way. You can kind of
Yeah.
start changing some things like you're like, I'm just gonna start giving it nutrients now and I'm gonna push it.
Yeah. Yep.
But if you didn't
Exactly.
have
Try
a
different
bit of a
things.
surplus, then you don't necessarily want to do that because you don't want to burn your plants up and like not get a
Very
harvest,
true.
you know what I mean? Like
No,
that's what I
very
did with
true.
Green Planet. I fried my plants.
He did.
Aw.
He did.
It can happen. It can happen. I've seen lots of people do that. I
Oh
am
yeah.
going
Yeah,
to try one new thing as well. I know everybody loves the LED lights because, they're cheaper and that kind of thing. I love my CMH light, and I used an LED, and I actually wasn't really happy with the results of it compared to my
yeah,
CMH. So I'm going to use the CMH, but I think I'm going to also put my LED in there. So I'm going to do both of them.
Nice.
nice. Like a
Yeah, yeah, and
supplemental.
we'll
Yeah.
yeah, and see what happens. Yeah, because I
What's
know, I'm
CMH
missing some light.
Is that metal halide? Is that what CMH is?
It's similar, but no, it's a ceramic metal. So
Okay.
Okay.
very
Yep.
similar, but it
Yeah.
doesn't it's not like, those ones like get really hot and shit, where this one doesn't get quite as hot, but it does.
Yeah.
Like, I actually don't have to use heat in my room all winter. I can just heat it off that light.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's awesome. So it's like, okay, well, I'm not spending extra money because I'm supplementing the heat with it.
It's a
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
higher on the hydro, but I'm putting less heat in there. Like it's yeah,
Exactly. That's why I stopped
yeah,
growing for the summer, because it's just way too hot in there. And like, I
yeah.
could run the AC, all the time, but I didn't want to spend all that money doing that. So
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, and
take
you
a
got the
break.
outdoor plants as well too. So I mean, like you kind of offset it. You
Exactly.
could, indoor in the
Yep.
wintertime, outdoor in the summertime. That's cool.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, I've had to shut down in the summer before too because it's just been. I used to grow in a basement and it was way too humid down there, and I just couldn't
Oh
bring it down.
yeah,
It was
for
hot too. Like
sure.
I didn't have AC in my house, and I had a dehumidifier, but
Oh
it wasn't big enough for the area. And I
yeah.
ended up I finished off what I could, and then I ended up shutting it
Uh,
down and just taking a couple months off. I had
no,
plants
that's the
outside,
Me,
so
best
it's
it's the
thing to
similar
do.
opposite.
situations. So
Yeah. Me,
yeah,
during winter, it's way too dry. In summertime, it's like perfect.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
in the basement.
For sure. It is dry a little bit in the winter here, but I do have a little humidifier that I can
Yeah.
run if I need to.
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Bunny, you had like 2 or 3 humidifiers going at one point, didn't
Ooh.
Oh
you?
my God. So before my humidifiers, it literally is 15%. So I have to put 2 to keep
Ooh.
it up. Yeah. My heat
Yeah,
is
that's
very
bad.
dry, and it's right under the vent too in the basement. So it's like getting all
Yeah.
that heat, which
Is it
is
electric heat?
bringing the humidity. It's like furnace.
Oh,
It's
okay. Yeah, yeah.
Just a
furnace. Yeah,
furnace. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
No, that
always,
can be for
always.
sure.
Oh yeah.
Drying in
It's
my
fun.
old basement was beautiful because it was like I could get it to like 60-ish%, but I couldn't bring it lower than that for my plants that were in flower. I didn't,
Uh,
and when I had plants in there and I'm watering, it's bringing the humidity up and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
drying down in that basement in the summertime was
uh,
beautiful, but growing
okay.
down
Yeah,
there
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah,
not.
yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly don't have a proper spot here. So like I kind of, some of my outdoor this year dried way too fast and I was really upset, but it still turned out good. Like I caught it in time, but I would have liked it to have gone longer for sure. So I
Yeah.
think what I'm going to have to do is like designate a closet or something and just clean it out and dry it in there from now on. Because I was drying it in my tent, but it's just it's in my room, right? So then I have to like either be cold or too hot or whatever.
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't like that.
Yeah.
We
I need more
sacrifice so much
room.
for these plants.
Yes.
We do.
Yes.
I was
That's
thinking
funny.
about getting a shed and just heating it and growing it like right out in the
In the
shed,
shed.
maybe. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Huh.
I've seen a couple
Yeah.
It
people
would
doing
be.
that actually. It's pretty cool to watch in the, because I mean you get like an 8x8 or a
Yeah.
5x5 or whatever. I mean it's the same size as all these tents that we're all using. So I mean,
Mhm.
why
Definitely.
not? Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. I need a big,
That'd be
huge
cool.
house.
Yeah, I
We
think
all
we
do.
all do.
We all do. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Honestly,
funny.
if we were
Have you
smart,
ever?
we would all pitch in on a thing of land and just get like those
Make our own village.
little homes. Yeah.
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 Because somebody told me once too, I saw something the other day that if you buy the land as a corporation, then they can't, like, there's different rules. So you can basically build whatever you want. And then if they try to say, like, oh, you can't build there or you need to follow, the laws or whatever, instead
Yeah.
of each person having to fight it or whatever, you go in together. And I guess maybe it's harder for them if you're a corporation, but we should be all over that.
Yeah. You get one person to get a license for 500 plants and boom.
Yeah,
Go.
exactly. Nope, for sure. And
Okay.
honestly, like you can get a license so easily now,
Oh
so
yeah. In Canada for sure.
Yeah.
It's like it's
Yeah.
nothing to get one here now. At one point, you
Yeah.
used to be able to get a
No.
license in Ontario for 25 plants for free.
Oh
Yep.
wow.
So
Yep.
That I did not know.
yeah, I knew there was a couple people in the community that did it, and then by the time I actually got around to doing it, they had taken that away. So it wasn't free anymore. It wasn't very expensive. Still wasn't
But
very
no,
No.
wasn't
expensive,
it
but it
like
was like,
$25 or something?
yeah, it was like 25 or
At
50
first, like
bucks for
it.
like a 25
Yeah,
plant
it's not
license.
expensive.
So
Yeah.
For
I think it was like
sure.
$500 for 500 plants. Like it's crazy.
No, for sure. Like honestly, the more plants you want, you just have to pay more money. So
Exactly.
yeah.
That's a good point, though. This is a good point.
I seen that too.
That's true.
You would have to
Yeah.
have good, solid people that you're going in on it with. Like don't
For
just
sure.
take whoever, but
Yeah.
you had a good
For sure.
small group of people.
And there's places in Ontario too that you can buy land like way, 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 way up north, middle of nowhere. Nobody
Yep.
lives there. Like there's no jobs up there. There's nowhere to live up there, but there's a lot of land. You can go up there and you can buy
Yes.
land for like dirt cheap, but there's rules where you have to like build within a certain time. But you don't have, it doesn't have to
Right.
be like a certain size. Like you can
Yep.
literally build a shed and they
Yep.
count that as you built.
I've heard
Yep.
of that actually. Yep.
Yeah.
That
I
would be
thought about
cool.
it, but it would be fun actually.
But
I'd
that's the
love to live
thing
in the
is
middle
like
of
you
nowhere,
would
not
have
deal with people.
to yeah, you wouldn't have to deal with people, but you'd have to either already have like some sort of income or
Yeah.
you'd be driving like far to go to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You
But
would have
that's
to
a
be
You're not-
self-sufficient.
retirement solution.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, because you're not going self-sufficient overnight. Like you're not gonna just like snap your
No.
fingers and be like, "Yep, I'm living off the land now. I'm off grid." You know?
Exactly. Exactly.
Takes time for your gardens to grow or your animals to grow up or whatever you're doing. So I mean, you
Yeah,
gotta build that
It
up.
does.
But it'd be pretty cool though.
It would be cool.
Yes.
And you can actually like do you guys follow Drop Nugs Not Nukes?
Yes.
I think
Yep.
so.
Okay,
Yes.
so you know his little house, his little it's actually a shed. And you can actually rent to own those for like $200 a month. So like, and they don't do any credit checks. So like anybody can go and get one. So I just want to throw that out there because yeah, I was looking into it the other day and you can literally just rent one. And so it comes like just the shell and then he put in the work to make it the way it
Yeah.
is. But
Yeah.
I mean, $200 a month, like that's nothing, right?
Yeah. That's way cheaper than rent.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God,
Like,
yes.
I
By
don't
a
know what it's
lot.
like where you live, but I know here, anyways, like to rent a place anymore is like you gotta sell your kid. You gotta sell your
Yes, you
firstborn
do.
child to rent a place. Like it's insane. Like
And nobody
No, I
wants to buy
know.
kids anymore.
I know.
Right? Come
I
on,
tried.
buy my kid, man.
I need a place to live. That's
I'll
funny.
trade you for your house.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh my
So I
god.
saw you got your new bong, your little snail.
Yeah, I do. So you know what? I am gonna name him Gary because I had like a couple people on my post, and I actually had people like inbox me, like, you gotta name him Gary. So it's Gary.
Nice. Yeah, he's cool. I
He
saw him the
is,
other day.
and to be honest, like the small ones usually I don't smoke out of them a lot because I find they're harsher, but this one is super smooth. I've been smoking just out of this since I got it. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Nice.
Because I have a bunch of
Yeah.
other little ones and I've smoked out of them a couple times and I'm like, oh, I don't really like it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
always found that too. Like the monster ones, I don't like because you gotta have like.
Oh,
giant
see, I
lungs,
like
but-
the monster ones. I can just take one big hit and I'm good.
Yeah, I like that part of it too, but like you gotta have these monster lungs, you know what I mean? So like I've been
You
hitting
do.
this thing, like the tumbler
Oh,
bongs.
I like those things actually.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Yeah, the
actually.
tumbler.
Polar or something they're called.
Polar Blast. So you can buy the
Yeah.
lid and the like all of this piece, they assemble like all of this, the bowl and the
Yeah.
lid and this, and there's like the down stem. You can buy that on their website. I think it was like $30 shipped from Texas to Canada.
Nice.
And then it'll fit any 20-ounce tumbler. So like any of the Yetis, anything.
nice.
So like I buy these at Michael's, and then my dad he does the stuff on them.
Oh, cool.
So I buy them
That's
for like
awesome.
$15 or something at Michael's, and then my dad personalizes them. So it's pretty
Very cool. Very cool.
cool. So for 45 or $50, you get yourself a nice little bong, and you fill them up with ice and super cold water, and it's like a breath of fresh air every time.
For sure. And it'd be easy to clean too. I want to get one of those actually.
Oh yes.
Dish soap. You don't need alcohol or nothing. You just put like dish soap in there, hot water, put the lid back on,
Oh,
shake it
fuck,
up.
nice.
Because when you buy the Michaels, you get the actual like the lids. Like
Oh,
the
yeah,
lids.
yeah. Yeah.
So if you just put like a piece of tape over the hole and put the lid on it, put hot water and dish soap in there, give it a shake and dump
Good
it out,
idea.
it's clean.
That's
It's all stainless
awesome.
steel,
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
What's the
Yeah,
name
they're
of the
fun.
company?
Polar Blast.
Polar Blast. Write that down.
Yeah.
I have seen people
Yeah.
like posting about them.
Yeah, you can buy like the whole thing there if you want to, and I think they will personalize them as well.
Oh, cool.
But it is a little on the pricey side. So I mean, I found a cheaper way to do it. So I mean, I just went with the lid, and then
Yeah, no, totally. That's what I would do, I
you
think,
can
too.
get the whole thing there too. So
Nice.
Yeah.
it's pretty awesome.
That is so
actually. They're-
cool.
And I remember the first time I ever bought from them. I've only bought from them once, so I bought
Cool.
and it took like 2 weeks to show up, and then it said it was delivered. It never showed up. I looked it up. It showed that it was in
Oh,
a whole nother city, and then I
oh,
ended up having this big problem with them, and I ended up repaying for shipping again.
oh
And they shipped it.
no.
They're just like a really small company. It's like a husband and wife. You know what I
For
mean? So I kind of
sure.
was like, you know what? Just resend it. I'll pay the shipping. But I got a box of stuff. Like I didn't just get what I paid for this time. I got
Yeah.
Nice.
containers for my weed. I got extra bowls. I got
Oh,
extra
cool.
mouthpiece. So, like they loaded me up with stuff.
They
So I
made
mean they
up.
definitely made it
Yeah.
right. I got my $18 worth of extra
Nice.
stuff. So
That's very
Yeah.
cool. Very
I
cool.
was a
Because you know
little
what?
I was a
It's
little
easier for them to send you, like, it's probably cheaper for them to send you extra stuff than it is to pay out of pocket for that shipping, right?
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think it was all 3D printed. I'm not 100% sure, but
Yeah, they're cool though. I've seen some other people smoking out of them too. Maybe it was Crimson. Was it Crimson? I forget. Somebody we know really well. I saw them posting about it too. Yeah.
I think
Very
Crimson was in the
cool.
chat somewhere. I saw him earlier,
Yeah, he was earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
hanging out. Nice. So I know you're not growing indoors right now, but do you have you got some plans for what's coming next?
Yes. So Seed Person 1 sent me some of his Goth Girl. So I'm gonna get
Nice.
that going. And I don't know if you guys remember, but I started some of Tao's, the American ones, seeds again. But I was so like focused on outdoor that I fucking killed them. So I'm gonna start those again as well. And then it actually made me feel good because Seed Person 1, when I told him I was going to grow them with Tao's stuff, he was like, oh, like he really admires Tao. And he said it was like a really big honor to have it growing beside his stuff. So I was really
That's
happy that
cool.
I decided to do that.
Nice. Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
cool actually. I like Tao. He's
I
always
like Tao
donating.
too.
He's always
He's
like
such a
dropping
good guy.
crazy amounts of seeds, man. Like this past week for the Last Prisoner project,
Yeah,
he donated a ton of seeds for that.
he
Ton of
Yes.
always
seeds.
Yeah.
does. Yeah, he's such a great guy when it comes to stuff like that, for sure.
And so are you. You also donated, and I actually won
Yes,
your
I know.
donation, so
I'm
I'm
so
very
excited.
excited.
And then
So
Canada
thank you
Post went on
so
strike.
much. Yeah,
I'm
jerks.
like, are you fucking kidding me? Oh, I know it's
Okay.
affecting us big time. We ended
Oh,
up having to go and get a Purelator account because we can't send
mm,
anything out at work. Ugh, it's been
yeah,
brutal.
So do you guys
horrible.
have a website that you do ship?
We do, yeah. We ship
Like
anywhere in
you have an
Canada.
online store as well? Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
so we don't do like we don't take any credit card information or anything like that. So basically when you place the order, you put like your email address and all your info, and then we will send you an email basically with an e-transfer instructions, and that's how
Oh,
we
okay.
accept the
Yep.
money. Yeah.
That's cool.
Nice. Even better, because
Yeah.
a lot of people don't have credit cards and stuff, and they want to
Yep.
pay by debit, and that's a great way to do it.
Exactly, exactly. Plus, a lot of people are iffy about giving credit cards now online and stuff. So,
For
especially if it's
sure.
not like Amazon or a big company like that. So, yeah,
Yeah.
works out.
Now I know you guys do clones and stuff like that. Do you ship clones as well, or is it just oh you do?
We can't ship them. It would just be too expensive. And then
Yeah,
we can't guarantee they're going to get there. You know what I mean? So that's like bringing
end
up
up
a
having to
whole
ship them
slew
twice.
of people calling, oh, it
Yeah.
didn't make it. Oh, it died. And like, we don't know if
Yeah.
it's, what happened in between or. So yeah, we don't do that. But
Yeah.
basically, we just do it seasonally. So like, we usually start it on 420. and then you can get them for a little cheaper over that weekend, or whatever day it ends up being. And then, yeah, we just sell them till they're sold out.
Nice.
But yeah, we
Nice.
usually have a pretty good variety. We usually have like anywhere between, I'd say, like 8 to 10 different varieties. And always we have a CBD only strain as well for anybody that just wants the CBD portion.
Yep.
So yeah, it's pretty
Nice.
cool.
That's cool. Yeah, you guys sell all kinds of stuff there. Like you guys sell flour there, right? But you also
Yep.
have like edibles and extracts and like cloves
Everything.
and like all and everything cannabis related.
Psilocybin.
Ooh,
Nice.
Yeah.
nice.
I don't
Yeah.
talk about that a lot, but if you notice on my videos, I will like post me the pictures of them. But yeah, we got a pretty big selection now. Yeah.
Nice. Have you ever tried
That's
growing
awesome.
mushrooms?
What's that?
Have you ever tried growing mushrooms?
No, I would like to. I'm a little nervous, to be honest, because I don't think it's as difficult as I'm making it out to be, but like everybody's always like, you can't have any germs. And so like in my
There's
mind, I feel like
very-
it's going to be difficult. But I think I will try it maybe over the next year, maybe at some point. Yeah.
So I did win some spores on that giveaway as well.
Oh, cool.
So I don't know still. I'm in this, I feel like you feel that's me right
Yeah.
now. It's like, do I want to attempt it? I do, but I'm so worried. And it's very, again, it's got to be very sterilized environment,
Yes.
sterilized. And it's like,
Yeah.
ooh, with 2 boys in the house, I don't know how good that's going to work out.
Same. That's what I'm thinking. Like I have animals. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
But
And there's so
might be
much
able to do that.
information.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I would
There's a
actually
lot of
like to
good
just
videos
grow
out
regular
there.
mushrooms like lion's mane and shit.
That'd be cool too.
Like not even the psychedelic.
Yeah, that'd be. I think either way would be fun. Like I think just watching them grow, I think is super cool. Like I always growing organically, I always tried to do like my own mycelium teas and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So like I was always creating a mycelium environment for that. And every now and then you get
For
these little
sure.
like little mushrooms that would pop up here and there, but not obviously like it's not that kind of mushroom. But
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it was still really cool to just watch it grow. And I think
For
growing mushrooms would be
sure.
fun.
No,
I'm
I
trying to
think so
convince Bunny to
too.
do it, but
She'll do it, especially if she has them. That'll kick her in the butt. to
I'm
do
looking
it.
into like, I'm leaning towards more the like Ben Rice, the way they do it in the bags of
Oh, yeah.
Ben Rice there, like that you can buy at the
That's what I
store.
want to do.
depends, yeah.
So I think I'm gonna go down that route if I do. Yeah.
I agree, because I think that'll be a little bit easier than doing up your own box and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I think so.
There's a lot
Plus,
of
I
good
think
information out there.
There is.
Yes.
There is. And I think in the bags, it might be a little easier to tell when it's starting to go bad. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of bunched
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah, that's true actually. It's a smaller area, so it's easier to
Yeah.
monitor maybe. I don't know. I don't know
Mhm.
anything
I
about
think
growing
so.
mushrooms. I just know what I've seen in
Neither.
videos, and one
Mhm.
day when I got the space,
No,
I'm gonna
for
do
sure.
it.
I've seen some really
But
cool
we-
mushrooms too. Like
Oh,
the
geez,
colors of
yes.
some of them are amazing.
Oh yeah. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just saying that an hour flew by already.
It did fly by. It did.
That was like
I
that's like
can't
the
believe
fastest
it.
hour. They usually
I
go
know.
quick, but that one really quick.
Yeah, that did
I
go
just
quick.
looked up and I'm like, oh, geez.
For sure.
So for
No,
those who don't know, would you like to give all your social handles a shout out where they can
Sure,
find
yeah.
you?
Sure. So on Instagram, it's going to be if you just type in all that's green, it'll come up, but it's all that's green 420 Green Goddess. And then YouTube, it's just all that's green.
Perfect.
That's where you can find
And
me.
you also
Or
do.
Medicine Wheel.
You were also
Yes.
doing yoga as well on your YouTube at one point.
I was doing a
Yes.
fitness for a while, and actually, like I'll say, it was fun. I had a lot of fun doing it. I'm just not working out anymore, so I'm not doing it.
I totally get
We're all
that.
there.
I go through periods
Start off
with
strong.
working out.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'll do it
Exactly.
for like a year or two, and then I don't do it at all for like a year, and then I kind of get back into it. But I've never been like a steady like gym rat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
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 Nice.
I'd rather just
Wow.
eat and do whatever the hell I want.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
For
Eating
sure.
is way more fun than working out.
Yes.
But yeah, so we have hit the hour. And
Yes. Thank
we
you so much,
really,
guys,
really
for having
appreciate you
me.
coming on. No,
That
we
was a lot of
Yes,
appreciate you
we
coming
fun.
on.
do.
That was a lot
Yes,
of fun.
you'll have
We're
to
gonna
come
have
on
to
my
get you
show
back
one
again.
day. I don't do a lot of interviews, but I should do some interviews. So yeah, we'll get you on my
Yeah,
show.
for
that.
sure.
For
Sure. We would
Anytime.
love that.
Just let us know and we'll be there.
Definitely.
Yes.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thanks everybody for watching and hanging out. I'm sorry I kind of ignored chat a little bit.
That's okay. We kind of did too, but they're here.
Yes.
They're supporting, and we appreciate
I
everybody in the
know.
chat.
They're
and-
awesome.
Yes, we
Definitely.
do.
But
Thank you all.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much
That was
for
a lot
coming
of
on,
fun.
and
Yes.
we will talk to you very soon.
Yes, we will see you Friday.
Yes.
Yes,
Absolutely.
please.
Awesome.
All right.
Okay.
Have a
Have a good
great
night.
Have a
night.
good night, guys. Bye.
Bye. That's
That
so
was
much
awesome.
fun. Oh my God. That flew
Fun.
by.
That was
She
literally the
is.
fastest hour I think we've had.
I know. I agree 100%. But thank you,
That
everybody,
was
for
like-
hanging out with us.
Yes. Tune in Friday. Come
Yes.
show your grows. Tell your friends about
And
it. Tell
next
your grandmas about it,
Wednesday,
your grandpas, your aunts, your uncles, everybody. Come join the fun.
wow, I can't even talk. Next Wednesday,
It's your birthday.
we have a special guest. Did you want to
Yes,
let them know?
We do. We have Mr. Chad.
Dun, dun,
Westport.
dun.
Chad Westport, everybody. That'll be
Yes.
fun.
So that's going to
tune
be
in
a
next
lot
Wednesday
of fun.
as well. Yes.
We have
But yeah, thank you, everybody.
we have a very good lineup in December.
We do, actually. I mean, we got a good lineup into January.
We do.
So,
So stay
stay
tuned.
tuned. Keep watching.
Don't forget to hit
Bear with
like and
us.
subscribe.
Yes, and at 500 subscribers, we are going to do some kind of a giveaway. So,
Yeah.
share. Just keep doing what you guys are doing, because you guys are already all doing that. So, I mean, we appreciate that very, very much. So,
Yes. And don't forget to check
we'll
out
see you
Miranda
guys.
over on Instagram and YouTube.
Yes, so that is, Instagram is this, right there. And YouTube is this, right there. So stay tuned, pop in Friday, and we'll see you guys all then. Peace.